Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles baseball is next. Franklin Perez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Matt, you hate to go into game thinking that you're going to have to get the bullpen involved, but you may have to with this guy on the mound. He's not known for going very deep into games. Very rarely does he go 6 innings or more, so this very well could be one of those Johnny Holstaff days.
Standing in, Andrelton Simmons. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch of the at-bat. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Santander waits on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Yeah, you have to look out for the guy they call Simba, Andrelton Simmons. He's having a solid year. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 300. That's not outstanding or anything, but he's consistent, and that's what I love watching about this guy. His game is so consistent.
At the plate now, David Fletcher. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
The pitch. In there, no balls and a strike.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
A bouncer up the middle. He's right there. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Angels go down 1-2-3. And now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. Matt Andriese, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me, a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and 2, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Yusniel Diaz is the next to bat. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. These Angels, as they enter play here this afternoon, fellas, they dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Roll, this is when you really get tested. They call it the dog days of August for a reason. When you're struggling like this team is right now, the games get long, the schedule gets long, and you start looking forward towards the end of the season.
Yeah, but you got to find a way, Dan. You know as well as I do. You got to look in the mirror. You're playing for way more, especially the way this team is underachieved. You got to keep grinding. You got to find a way, put your foot on the gas, and show up to the yard every day ready to go.
Anthony Santander the next to bat, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He'll come in here at 263, 21 homers and 60 runs batted in. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Trout. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup, and they're frustrating to watch at times because they ground into the most double plays in the league. You want to talk about a pitcher's best friend. You finally get a guy on first base, and you're coming unglued first pitch down below the knees, grounding into a double play and bailing everybody out. I need better approaches out of this lineup today.
Here comes the 1-0.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
2 balls and a strike. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So nothing in the Orioles' first. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. No score. And now for the Angels, Anthony Rendon. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there, strike 1. Swung on by Rendon, and this is sent to deep left. Going back is the left fielder. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Anthony Rendon connects on a solo shot. 19th home run for him on the season as the Angels take a 1-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
That is it. The left fielder, number 8.
Justin Upton the next to hit. As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 29 homers and 86 RBIs. A 2-0 count to the Angels left fielder.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Sliced hard on the ground. He's got it. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
That is it.
All right, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. And the guy patrolling center field today, I can't emphasize this enough. If you want a good ball club, you better be strong up the middle. Center field being that main component with catcher, shortstop, and second base. This guy takes tremendous routes to the ball, strong and accurate arm, and just a leader on the field.
Into the box now, Dominic Smith fouled off. Angels lead at 1-0 here in inning number 2. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
1-2 to Dominic Smith. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another 1-2 delivery. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Great job to keep your hands back and not fully commit. The body was out in front on a great changeup right there, but he was able and strong enough to keep his hands back.
Reined in. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. That'll bring in Phillip Ervin. He's got 3 hits in 6 tries for the series. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase, and they can't run it down. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Santander waits on it, and that retires the side. Angels hit the board first thanks to this solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second, and the Angels lead it here 1-0. Now at the plate, Rio Ruiz.
Leading off for the Orioles, the third baseman, Rio.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Ruiz, a California-born ball player. He was a fourth-round selection during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. And right into the shift. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close.
Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And let's take a look at Andrelton Simmons. You can argue this is the best defender in all the sport. Range, first step, quickness, whatever you want to throw out there, this is one of the best in the game.
And here's Renato Nunez. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
The second baseman, Ramon.
In now for the O's, Ramon Urias will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And that misses for ball 1. And it's fouled away. The 1-1. Misses, ball 2.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
Heading out towards shallow right. Irvin is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're down 1-0. Top of the third set to get underway, and striding forward the designated hitter, Ryan Burke. First pitch coming. Here it is. On the season, Burke is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. That one bends into the zone. A strike on the breaking ball. This year against right-handed pitching, Burke brings a batting average in the low 220s to the table.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
From 0-2 to 3-2. What a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
He's going.
Runners on the move for second. Liner in there for a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Boy, is that a thing of beauty right there. Hit and run to perfection, D-Row. Runners at first and third.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're trying to do. You don't see it in today's game too much. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of walks, homers, and strikeouts, but right there, manager sets it in motion, and the hitter just executes to perfection.
In now is Andrelton Simmons, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
The batter number 22, second baseman, David Fletcher.
Striding in, David Fletcher. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled away. Fletcher playing here in his age 26 season. He was taken in the 6th round back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Hey, when you come out in the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything. And that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And this is knocked down on the mound. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Ripped down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion. And he's safe.
With that hard double, you get a glimpse to see why this guy is a legitimate MVP candidate this season. Whenever he gets a chance to produce, he seems like he takes advantage of it. Great example there.
And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Liner toward right center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
One of the things you want to do as an offense, right, is stay fundamental and keep pushing. A great job there. Sac fly pushes the third run across in this inning.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Hey, the way this guy on the mound's been struggling to find the zone, I'm not mad at the guy taking the pitch.
Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defenders standing flat-footed for much longer.
Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Angels are out in front, 4-0.
Welcome back. As the Orioles look to get the offense going here in the third, this is a lineup that has had its struggles this season. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening. So he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well-located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a swing on a high fastball. I wonder if he's going to pull the old Plesac and climb the ladder.
And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. And the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lifted the other way to left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 9, the catcher,
Pedro Severino digs in at the plate. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Severino, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the left-handed bat of Dominic Smith. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Outside. 3-0 now.
Kind of frustrating as a pitcher when you start an inning off with 3 straight balls like he has here in the 4th. Makes you start wondering what's going on.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The right fielder, number 7, Philip.
Now at the plate, Philip Irvin. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Swing and a liner, but foul. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
At the plate, Ryan Burke. As he swings and grounds it toward the hole. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Well, Matt, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens. You start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
Into the box, Francisco Cervelli. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Counts even at 1-1 to Cervelli. Burke leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Line toward right center. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
So now to the plate will be Andrelton Simmons. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Scooped up. Throw on to first. He'll be in time, and a good chance for the Angels goes for naught as the side is retired. Angels strand a couple. They lead it 4-0. Back to the top of the order now, and in with a bat in his hands will be Yusniel Diaz. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball, that's inside.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Hard hit ball to short. Simmons has it. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
The left fielder, number 25. Anthony.
Stepping into the box, Anthony Santander, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home fourth.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Stepping into the box, Dwight Smith Jr. First pitch on its way. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And he falls behind now, 2-0. And that's over, 2-1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Now a hard liner toward short, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Rio Ruiz to the plate now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field, and this will kick off the base of the wall. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Standing in now, Renato Nunez. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Those were great takes right there. Those were pitches that a lot of guys normally swing at, but he took both of them and finds himself in a productive count leverage. 2-0.
Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Oriole threat goes by the wayside as the inning is over. Orioles strand a couple. They trail here 4-0. Ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring in the second baseman, David Fletcher. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he will get there as the Angels are in business with a leadoff double.
As we take a look at the pitch count, you can see that it's not that high, but you have to wonder maybe if the heat is taking it out on this guy a little bit. The weather can be the great equalizer, especially when the temps are starting to rise like this.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Mike Trout hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
And it's quickly 0-2. A runner at second, nobody out. In the dirt here, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here now the 2-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. No one out with a runner at second. Swung on and chopped out to the shortstop. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The third baseman, number 6.
In now is Anthony Rendon. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. One out and a runner on second base. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A dive, and he knocks it down. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Here's Justin Upton now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Upton in a hole, 0-2 the count to him. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or trying to deuce the ground.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Welcome back to Baltimore as we send you down to check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs, so the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading off.
Thank you, Heidi.
Orioles, the second baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat. Ramon Urias will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. Here it comes.
Oh, that's low.
Urias playing here in his age 26 season. This is his second year as a major leaguer. 1-1.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
Got him swinging in the dirt. Cervelli recovers, and the throw is there to record the first out.
The batter, number 88.
Digging in, Andrew Velasquez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Trout giving chase, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we find that these guys are currently 4th best in that category in the junior circuit. Settling in now, Steven Duggar. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he lays off there 1-0.
0-1, no strike.
Changeup stays outside, and he's behind 2-0.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A Well, he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Fouled off. The 2-2. And he popped him up. And this will land foul. A full count now for the Orioles center fielder.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 2 for him on the year. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Well, they're still down, but this homer right there might light a fire under the whole team. Give them a spark to climb back into this thing. We'll see if this gets him going.
Stepping in now, Pedro Severino. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Wow, I'm not sure what they were afraid of in this at-bat. The count moved to 3-2, and they didn't even challenge him there. I can understand being careful with some hitters, but not that guy. He'll happily take the walk.
Here's the first pitch to him. Back up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
As the pitching coach heads out for the mound, I think this is probably just a case of giving your guy a chance to catch his breath, pump him up a little bit, let him know that he's got it under control.
In now, Anthony Santander, as he rips it on the ground to second. Right to him. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Orioles draw closer on the home run. 5 innings complete. It's the Angels 4 and the Orioles 1. Stepping up to the plate, Dominic Smith. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Number 3, Dominic Smith.
First pitch on its way.
Nope, outside.
And he fouls this one off. A 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-2. Here now the 2-2.
Count is 3-2.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
just flat out froze him there. Nothing too deceptive about that four-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
Irvin.
Into the box now, Phillip Ervin. Swing and a liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to something, some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Now here comes the Oriole manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. Gone after 5 1/3 here, as he never really found his groove in this one. Robbie Emerson will come on in relief now, as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season.
Number 2, Robbie Emerson.
So now to the plate, Ryan Burke, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. Last time through was a base hit. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And that's in there, base hit. And he is in there.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
At the plate now, Francisco Cervelli, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Cervelli is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. And that'll get down for a base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's 6-1.
Somebody's going to be icing their thumbs after this game. That's a jam sandwich, but able to mix in a knot.
Into the box, Andrelton Simmons. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. Still only one out in the inning. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Pops this one up. Urias onto the grass. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
The batter, number 22, second baseman.
In now, David Fletcher. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. First delivery to him on the way. The 0-1 on its way. Line to the right side. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Counts even to Trout, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit in the air to shallow center. Urias trying to get there. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the Angels 6 and the Orioles 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in is the DH, Dwight Smith Jr. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Off the plate, ball 1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, the third baseman.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Rio Ruiz. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Ball 1. 2-0 now.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Hit pretty well out to deep center field. Back goes Trout at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall, and he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Well, that's his second double of the game, and I thought it might have enough to get out of here. Banged it off the wall, and he's looking really good in this one.
Stepping in now, Renato Nunez. Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. And this one bounds around against the wall. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Second baseman.
Just some more of the same from him. He's been clutch all year with runners in scoring position, and he does it again here with a double. Tack on another RBI to his season total.
Standing in now, Ramon Urias, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Set to deliver the 0-1. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
To the plate now, Andrew Velasquez, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder is on the run, but he can't get there as this hops over the wall for a ground rule double, and a bit of a break on defense as only 1 run is going to score. On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Hansel Robles is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
Hansel Robles.
Into the box now, Steven Duggar, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. That's wide. 2-0. Robles is a fairly prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a lot of strikeouts, and that clearly helps him through the tough spots like the one he finds himself in here.
Matty V, let me tell you something. What makes this guy so special? He's like his own relief pitcher for a relief pitcher. He gets into trouble, and what does he do? He kind of puts it in fifth gear, and he just takes it up another notch. Not a lot of guys can do what this guy does. He can pitch a couple of different gears, and when he puts that thing in full drive, he's nearly impossible to make contact off of.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. The runners will hold tight, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. High in the air out to center field. Trout has a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And both runners have to hold where they are, so call it a missed opportunity with 2 gone now. Standing in is the potential tying run, Pedro Severino. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
No problem with that take right there. First pitch from a reliever, got to calibrate that velocity.
He's set. The 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. Now the 0-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Upton's under it. And that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We're through 6 full. The Halos lead this one 6-3. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with the report as we get set for the top of the 7th. Heidi?
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Angels offense with their manager between innings. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. He said it's been quite a show that they put on at the plate today, and not just in terms of hits and runs. Yes, they have a ton of hits, but they've also only struck out 2 times. That's a rarity in the sport these days, but it also seems to be a winning formula.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Leading off for the Angels.
7th inning ready to roll, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Anthony Rendon. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. Hits ball 1. Two balls and no strikes to Anthony Rendon. Now the 2-0. Back up the middle, and another base hit for him as he's gone 3 for 3 in this one. So it's a good start for the Halos as their leadoff hitter reaches base.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice has melted on this guy. He had been cold coming into this game, but that being his 3rd knock, I guarantee you my man's smiling on the inside.
So now to the plate, Justin Upton, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Hit in the air out to center field. Duggar will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
The first baseman, number 3, Dominic.
Now at the plate, Dominic Smith. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Your attention, please.
So
now,
with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
Victor Dwyer.
First pitch on its way. Line toward the gap in left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Digging in and looking for more, Phillip Ervin. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Next will be the designated hitter, Ryan Burke. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Blyer, 33 years old. He was taken in the 6th round during the 2008 draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
And it looked like the sinker here, but a good job of knocking this thing down. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. He'll come to the plate with it. They get the force at the plate. Relay to first is too late, so no double play, but no run scores. So they tried for the old 1-2-3 double play there, but it didn't quite get moving quickly enough. I'm sure they'll be content to take the out at the plate, however. And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And that'll bring up the right-handed hitting Francisco Cervelli.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Duggar's there for it. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Angels threaten, but leave him loaded. They still lead it 6-3. Cam Bedrosian gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 32, Cam Bedrosian.
Bottom of the inning now, and in with a bat in his hands will be Yusniel Diaz.
For the Orioles, the right fielder.
First delivery to him on the way. Couldn't resist on that one, and he's behind 0-1.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. Ready now for Baltimore, Anthony Santander. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Check swing here as they'll appeal it down to Eric Summersgill at third, and he says no swing, so it's ball 1. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp, and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
In now, Dwight Smith Jr. as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Crowd on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Ready to begin the 8th, and stepping up as the shortstop, Andrelton Simmons. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The batter, number 22, second baseman.
Coming to the plate now, David Fletcher. He singled his last time up. Swing and a liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
At the plate, Mike Trout, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? And this one is gone. A home run. A two-run shot that time for Mike Trout. 34 home runs now on the year as they open it up to 8-3.
And with one swing at a bat, he shows you why he's dripping with tools. He's got the speed, he's got the power. You don't know how to attack this guy. You can't put him on base with a knock or a walk, or he'll just end up on second or third. And if you leave something over the heart of the plate, that's what can happen.
Anthony Rendon will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Koji Yokoyama gets the call as he'll pitch with one gone in the top of the eighth.
Number 23. Koji Yokoyama.
First offering on its way. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
And he misses here with a slurve, even at 1-1. One out, nobody on. Chopped down the first baseline. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. Good take there to lay off the high fastball. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Boy, talk about having a day, Devo. He gets his fourth knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those four was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have five, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And it's fouled away. Runners on first with one down. And the slurve can't find the zone, and it's 2-2. Fouled away. Another try at 2-2.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
And another foul ball.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
Fouled off.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
High in the air out to center field. Duggar's there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Dominic
Ready for another shot now. Dominic Smith. It was a two-bagger for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
From the belt, the pitch. 2 out with the man at first. And this one's in the dirt. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. Has a look, now the pitch. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
I like what he was trying to do there with the two-seam fastball, but that's a tough pitch to command when you throw it glove side like that.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. But the Angels get 2, both on this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Angels 8 and the Orioles 3. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Rio Ruiz. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Check swing here as they'll appeal it down to Eric Summersgill at third, and he says no swing, so it's ball 1. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Keenan Middleton comes in unexpectedly from the pen in relief of his injured teammate.
Keenan Middleton.
The 1-2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Full count, 3-2.
Renato Nunez will be next. Now the payoff pitch home is a called strike 3 on the corner. Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our 2 starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Digging in, Renato Nunez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's high for a ball, 1-0.
Count 1-0.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. And the pitch. And that's in there, 2-1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Slider finds the zone for a strike. The 2-2.
Helpful.
He spoils another one, and will do it again.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Under it is Trout, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, the second baseman.
So digging in now, Ramon Urias. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this. only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Reined in. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late.
Now back.
You know what we call that? We call that clean living. To get a knock on a check swing does not happen often. This guy obviously had some good karma coming his way.
Standing in now, Andrew Velasquez. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Trout will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Orioles leave one. Can't make any headway into an 8-3 deficit. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Phillip Ervin. Hector Velasquez enters from the pen to start the ninth inning, as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth.
Number 77, Hector Velasquez.
He's set. Here it comes.
1-0.
Hit on the ground out to short. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number one.
Back number 4, designated hitter, Ryan Burke.
And now the designated hitter for the Angels, Ryan Burke. First pitch coming. Here it is.
No, that's low.
The 1-0 home is in there for strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Duggar going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, the catcher, Francisco.
Striding into the box, Francisco Cervelli. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order, but they lead it by a count of 8-3. Steve Cishek will come on in relief now as he'll make his 35th appearance of the season.
Steve Cishek.
Digging in now, Steven Duggar. He went deep back in the 5th.
Orioles, the center fielder.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
0-1 count and the pitch. Hit back up the middle. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
To the plate now, Pedro Severino, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Nobody out, runner on first. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it.
That was about as easy as they come right there. Hard to say whether that'll be defensive indifference or a stolen base, but either way, he's into scoring position.
And he buys himself another pitch as this is fouled away to keep it at 0-2. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Way outside. 1-2. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Yusniel Diaz. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Popped up. And he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. The 1-2 is down low, and he gets the call. Strike 3 looking.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Stepping in now, Anthony Santander. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Duggar ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. He comes across to score as it's now an 8-4 ball game.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
Sean Doolittle takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 63, Sean Doolittle.
Dwight Smith Jr. will be the first to face him here as he'll stand in with 2 men in scoring position and only 1 away. As a look, now the pitch. Splitter swung on and missed. 0-1. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. A play at the plate, and not in time as the run scores. And he's in there safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Third baseman.
Into the box now, Rio Ruiz, and their runners at the corners now. Here comes the first pitch.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Weak grounder down the first baseline. Still only 1 out in the inning. And this one gets away. And the run will score on the wild pitch. My goodness. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
So now to the plate, Renato Nunez. A ball and no strikes. It comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Doolittle has over 40 innings on his line so far with a dominant sub-3 ERA. Good by anybody's standards. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. 3 runs already home here. Baltimore down to their final strike. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
And he strikes him out to end it here, as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
Excellent work putting the finishing touches on this one, picking up save number 30 now on the year. Nice job from him.
This one comes to a close today at an 8-6 final. The Angels took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Matt Andriese earned his 9th win of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Angels, 8 runs on 17 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. For the Orioles, 6 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 44 minutes. Thank you.